So I just got back from Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, or if you want to call it by its hard title, Batman v Superman. Hope you fuckers like Watchmen. I kid, but this was a pretty interesting movie. I mean, it's not the smartest. I don't really know how to explain it. I mean, it gets its job done of being basically this big versus movie. It's basically comic book fanboy porn. Let's just call it that. Um, okay, so I'm not gonna get into spoilers. I might do that at a later date. I'm not really sure though. So basically, okay, we start off, and, basically, it's been a bit since the Metropolis incident from Man of Steel. Spoilers there. And basically, Batman's pretty pissed because one of his buildings got wrecked. And also, he's kind of seen that this act of destruction. And by the way, I don't believe that Superman wrecked Metropolis. I believe Zod did, and he did try leading him away. So, you want to argue with me on that? I'm right here. So, please, go ahead. Um, So yeah, he basically is like, I'm worried about this person. It's pretty much every comic book storyline. He's worried about, like, okay, this guy can basically have a bad day and decide, alright, screw this, and destroy the whole entire damn world, or make it, or control it. So yeah, and on Superman's end, basically, he's hearing about this vigilante in Gotham, which is Batman. He's called the Bat a lot in this movie. Not really the Batman. But, sorry about this. Uh, where was I? Shit. My neighbor's knocking on the wall. Basically, he's like, this guy's freaking insane. And Batman in this movie, uh, this might be a little bit of a spoiler, but, so, it's just how he operates in the movie. Think like Tim Burton's Batman. And he doesn't outright kill people most of the time. Yeah, he kind of kills people in this movie. Not directly. 99, actually, pretty much all of the time, he doesn't do it directly. He, I saw an article today, and Zack Snyder kind of called it, it's not murder, it's manslaughter. Which, seeing the movie, you'll get what he means pretty quickly. Like, I'm just gonna give a quick example. There was a point where there's a car chase, and there's this car with a minigun, and Batman's driving his Batmobile and he's being fired at. So he just basically rips the car to shreds with the machine guns on a Batmobile, and then just slams for like I guess like the weekend van or something, and it just blows up. You could argue that he killed that person, but it is technically manslaughter. But I'm not here to defend that. I'm just here to talk about the movie. And, well, I liked it. I can sense a lot of problems here, and I know that I'm going to be tired of defending this movie after a month. Much like I was Man of Steel. Um, the performances are pretty good. Uh, particularly from Ben Affleck as Batman. I mean, he opens up the film, and I think within the first line or two, that should be enough to shut up the detractors of Batman, of Batfleck as Batman. Batfleck, whatever you want to call him. Henry Cavill, still a pretty decent actor. To me, he's kind of like the closest we had to a pretty damn good Superman. And the thing that kind of I can't get into with the other Superman actors like Reeves and stuff, I don't know about Tom Welling, I haven't seen Smallville, but basically they seem too superior to you. Like they're all around Boy Scouts. Like they're on this big ass level that you can never get to. With Henry Cavill's Superman, you see a Superman that you could. I know it's cliche, but you could sit down and have a beer with this guy. He's just that casual. So, yeah, I thought Henry Cavill did a pretty good job playing both Clark Kent and Superman. Then there's Lex. Oh yeah, let me get into Wonder Woman first. Phrasing. I think Gal Gadot did a pretty damn good job playing Diana. She didn't talk all that much, but when she did, she was pretty good. I mean, her action scene acting isn't necessarily the best, but I think she can work on that, and I think that it was good. It was good. Now we can move on to Lex. I want to like this character. I really do. Don't get me wrong. I thought I didn't doubt them when they casted Jesse Eisenberg, although it was the one casting choice from this movie that kind of made me go, eh? Are you sure? But ultimately I was like, okay, I guess I could see how it goes. And there's parts where it's funny, but it's kind of wrong at the same time. Like, he's basically playing Jesse Eisenberg like this, like, oh my god, I'm talking so fast, it's so important, and I'm being extra witty too. You know, that kind of shit. That is my shot at a Jesse Eisenberg impersonation. So yeah, there's points where it's just like, okay, dude, slow down for 1 minute, okay? It kind of comes off as a bit cornball, let's say. And there's actually some. I don't know what I was gonna say. I was trying to go somewhere and I forgot. This is like my first really big vlog, and I'm adjusting my seat again. Let me see if I can take this higher. I can't. I can't. What else? Let's talk about the movie itself. The first half I thought was pretty good. It actually felt like I was trying. I heard this from another reviewer, and I don't want to paraphrase him, but I can see that it was trying to become something a bit more. Like, it actually starts asking real questions like, Superman, is he a hero or a threat? And there's this big conspiracy plot that's actually pretty good, but it starts to fall apart towards the middle. Like, there's a lot of coincidences and some things aren't really explained, and I'm pretty sure you'll get what I mean if you watch this movie. And then the later half, it turns into what the title pretty much is. It's a versus movie. I mean, like I said, it's comic fanboy porn. I mean, you see this big, huge spectacle fight with Batman and his fucking badass, almost pretty much mech suit. Not like a real mech suit, not like a Gundam, but like a suit that is mechanical that he is inside. And you got Superman, and later on, we get to see Doomsday and Wonder Woman gets in the fray, and if you've seen the trailer, you pretty much know all the big events in this movie. And also, there's one thing I want to talk about, but I won't get too much into it. If you've seen the trailers, particularly what one in I think like the first big trailer, not the teaser trailer, but the one where there's like this. It's kind of like Fallout Batman. If you've seen like Batman wearing like this big trench coat, that's kind of not. I don't think it's a trench coat. I think it's just a really big coat. But it's basically he's going for like this desert area, and it kind of paints Superman out to be the bad guy. And I'm gonna have to drop a small little spoiler here. Nothing too big. I mean, if you've seen parts of the trailer, you know it wouldn't add up. It's a dream sequence. And basically, I got a real injustice sort of feeling from this scene. If you play that. Basically, it's a story where Superman basically becomes like the leader of the world, and he's gone crazy due to a certain accident happening to Lois Lane. I won't blow it for you. Go play the video. You know I pretty much did. I'm sorry. I just gave you the setup though. It's like the first few minutes in the game. I didn't even tell you all the details, so go check that shit out. Or read the comic, which is pretty damn good itself. Anyway, where was I? The music, I thought it's good, but I felt like they recycled a lot of the music from Man of Steel. Like, I bought the soundtrack to Man of Steel, and I didn't even listen to it that much because I found a lot of it to be kind of dreary at times. And I could recognize like quite a few tunes from this movie that were also on the Man of Steel soundtrack. I mean, you got the obvious Man of Steel Superman theme that that one, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard the one that was being played when Zod and Superman were fighting towards the end of Man of Steel. And also, if you kind of found yourself, like I've gotten in this conversation so many times with people about Superman's actions towards the end of Man of Steel, where people kind of argue, he's not a hero, he just destroyed a whole entire city, even though I constantly disagree with that. I think that Superman did try to get Zod away from the city by leading him into space. But Zod, I think, was smart enough to know that and just knock them back down. And I won't get into Zod's death. That's a whole other story. And again, sorry. But then again, if you're thinking about seeing this and you haven't seen Man of Steel, dude, you're gonna find it out really quickly. So yeah, there's that. And oh yeah, my point I was trying to make was that this movie, Superman has gotten a lot more careful, it seems, and there's actually a really interesting survivor story of someone who survived the incident, which kind of gets mucked up a little bit towards the end of it, but it moves the plot forward. Shit. What else? I think that's all. And basically, well, there isn't that many teasers for Justice League. There's enough. Like, you see, like, basically every Justice League character that's currently casted. Like, you get your little peeks of the characters, and it's pretty... Yeah, it's really nice, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna move forward. Even if this movie isn't the most liked, isn't the best reviewed, it made the money back. So, it will. I know it. I mean, this is too big. So, basically, my thoughts... wait a minute. One last thing I forgot to say. Basically, like, this whole entire... the vibe of the film. As I joked in the intro, you better like Watchmen. You better like it, because this movie sure as fuck does. Seeing as Zack Snyder directed it. there's a lot of like the Zack Snyder tropes in filmmaking. Like you got that slow motion. Some of the scenes look like they could actually be pulled from Watchmen with how they look. Like I think some of them even have like the same exact kind of lighting. Which is fine by me, but if you're not a Zack Snyder fan, don't go to this movie thinking, oh, okay, maybe this might be the one to change my mind. No, it isn't. Just move on. Maybe give Justice League a shot. So, basically, my review, I would give it, I guess, a 7 out of 10. I mean, it's serviceable. It's a good, fun time. Go out with your friends. I had the misfortune in the theater. I went to go see this with my good friend, Devin Will, and we had the misfortune of being behind, like, basically some real dude bro-ish kind of characters. Like, these people would not shut the fuck up when this film started, and I wanted to say something so bad, but these guys looked a bit... I didn't want to rub these dudes the wrong way. Let's just say that. I don't know how they could have been. They could have been acquiescent and just said, oh, well, we're sorry, but I didn't want to push the issue and maybe disturb more people by talking. So yeah, I don't want to think that soured my film experience in any way. I might go see this again, just to like go back and maybe notice some things. So yeah, basically, as I said, 7 out of 10. It's serviceable, but it's definitely got a lot of problems in like things not making sense sometimes and things not being properly explained. But yeah, it's a fun film. So if you're just looking to go to the theater and see a comic book movie, go on. It's fun. It's nice. I will see you guys later. I don't know if I'll be doing one of these again. I would love to do a spoilers one if I could organize my thoughts. So, yeah. Check you dudes later. Where's the stop button?